All right, all right, all right. What is going on, everybody? It is your boy Joe Brangles, aka ChodeyMcGrundle, here in Speranza, as they call me. Today I'm going to show you a new tech that I just discovered. This is for my controller players out there. PlayStation, Xbox. I don't know if it works for mouse and keyboard on PC. I'm assuming it would because of the way that the game works with inputs, but I don't know for sure. But for my controller players out there, this is going to be a game changer for you when doing advanced movement, rolling, and shooting when you're in combat. We're basically going to be doing a scrubbed version of the Shinya roll by locking our crouch into an auto crouch. This all stems from the ability to do an auto sprint, which is done through the hold to sprint option. Okay, so first thing I'm going to do is show you our keybinds. So we're all starting from the same place. If you need to pause, rewind at any point just to make sure you're following, please go ahead and do that. But the only two keybinds that we need to worry about for this are going to be our sprint and our crouch. We need to have hold to sprint as our sprint button and then toggle crouch as our crouch bind. Okay, so toggle crouch, I click crouch once to go down, click crouch again to cancel it and stand back up. My sprint is on hold, so I have to hold my sprint button. If I let go, it stops me sprinting. Okay, so you can do a sprint, auto sprint. We'll start there because that's easy enough just to understand the mechanic. Okay, sprint, auto sprint. To auto sprint, you need to hold your sprint key, keep it held, go to your inventory, then let go of your sprint key, and then back out of your inventory. So it looks like this, okay? I'm going to click my stick to sprint, keep it held, go to my inventory, let go of my sprint, back out of my inventory. Now my sprint is locked. The game still thinks I'm holding sprint, even though that I'm not. All right? So I figured, okay, is there a way that we can do this with any other keys? Tried a bunch of options. The only other button I found by accident initially was the crouch. It only works with toggle crouch. It does not work with hold to crouch. So what we're going to do is click B, hold it. Even though it's toggle, we're going to hold the key, click our inventory, let go of our crouch, back out of our inventory. Now our crouch is locked. All right. To cancel the animation, to cancel the crouch, you just click your crouch key twice, and that's going to cancel you out. Okay, now I'm back to normal, whatever. Okay, so with this, we're going to do it again. Click and hold your toggle crouch, go to your inventory, let go of crouch, back out of your inventory. My crouch is locked. I can sprint dodge roll, I can normal dodge roll, but it's always going to put me back into this crouch. Okay, so for firefights, this is huge, right? So now when in a Shinya roll, you have to worry about tapping your crouch or holding your crouch down while you're shooting or in between your dodge rolls. I don't have to worry about any of that. Completely eliminate a key in the equation. All I have to worry about is roll, aim, shoot. That's it, okay? So let's say that I'm in a firefight, shoot a guy. I'm going to just shoot and roll and just time my reticle as soon as it comes up. I'm going to shoot again and just keep rolling. And it's always going to put me back into a crouch. So I don't have to worry about the stand animation. It's just automatically going to put me back into a crouch. So shoot, roll, bang. Okay, done. You're dead. You're dead. And then if I want to get out, I can just sprint out. Okay, roll, whatever, or cancel my crouch and get out. All right, that's the simple version. Now, the only downside to this is you can't slide. And of course, in combat, sliding is going to be a game changer, or excuse me, it's going to be a pivotal part of your combat maneuvering, right? So, is there a way that we can lock the crouch and still make it so that we can slide? Yes, there is. I figured it out. All right, so here's what we're going to do. We're going to take this one step further. Do the crouch lock, hold crouch, inventory, let go of crouch, back out of inventory. Now we're going to go to our settings, and we're going to go back to our settings, controller, and change our keybind on crouch from toggle to hold. Same key that we had before. We were using B, so we're going to map B to crouch. Now, these are technically two different inputs, okay? One's toggle, one's hold. So now I back out of my inventory. I changed my keybind for crouch. My crouch is already locked. I can sprint around, dodge roll, whatever, okay? If I hit my crouch key, it's going to momentarily cancel it, but then it's going to automatically go back to that locked position. So I have basically perma-locked my crouch. I can do a brief cancel on it, but then it's going to automatically retain that input again and go back to base. So this allows me now, since one input technically cancels it, we're going to hit the window where it's canceled and hit our slide. So we have to double tap crouch in order to slide, now that the crouch is perma-locked. So I can run in, double tap my crouch to slide. Now I can do my rolls. Sloppy shots, but you get the idea. Okay? And my crouch is always locked. Now, the minor downside to this is with the cancel, if you roll, the roll input also kind of briefly cancels the perma-lock on the crouch. So you'll notice I kind of do this weird little bunny hop where I kind of hop up a little bit. You see it kind of like hops up. Just very ever so slightly kind of do a weird little hop up. So not perfect, but it's still an absolute game changer. Okay, so we'll show you again. I can sprint in. We're going to sprint in, slide, shoot, roll, shoot, roll, shoot, roll, shoot, roll. Missed that one. Missed that one too. Okay, crazy. Fucking crazy. And last but not least, right? Downside is with hold to crouch, or excuse me, hold to sprint. As soon as I let go of my sprint key, I'm in a crouch. But crouch, coincidentally enough, or excuse me, sprint, coincidentally enough, takes priority over the crouch input when you're doing a lock on these inputs. So if I do a auto sprint lock now, hold sprint, inventory, let go of sprint, back out of inventory, it's retaining that input, and that takes priority over my crouch. So now for just simple map movement, looting, whatever, I can do an auto sprint, lock my sprint, run around the map. I'm still standing, so at least my mobility is hindered by constantly crouching when I let go of sprint. I just got to keep topped off on stims, because if you run out of stamina, sometimes it will briefly end the, like, cancel the auto sprint, and it will put you into a slide, which can just be a little awkward. So got to make sure you're topped off on stims. But now I can move around the map. Even when I'm looting, I'm still standing. And if I want to cancel my auto sprint, then I just click my sprint key, and I'm right back down to a crouch. Absolute game changer. So, if you guys like this, if you find it helpful, informational, and or freaking amazing, make sure you give Joe Brangles, a.k.a. ChodeyMcGrundle, credit for the Grundle Crouch. Get out there, change your keybinds, start murking these kids, and have fun. Be safe out there, Raiders. Peace.